Did you know that together, India and China comprise nearly 36% of the world's population? That's more than 1/3 of all humans living on just about 10% of the land. These two nations alone hold billions of individuals, towering as colossal figures on the global population landscape. The sheer scale of these numbers is not just a statistic, but a pivotal factor influencing global economics, politics, and environmental strategies. So, what has contributed to such immense population growth in these two countries? Let's delve into history first. History isn't just about dates and events, it's about trends and transformations that shape societies. Dive into the annals of history, and you'll find that the civilizations of India and China have been pioneers since ancient times, particularly in the realm of agriculture. These civilizations not only survived, but thrived, thanks to their innovative agricultural techniques and fertile river valleys. In India, the Indus Valley Civilization and later the Vedic period saw the development of irrigation and crop rotation that boosted food production significantly. Similarly, in China, the cultivation of rice in the wetlands of the Yangtze River Delta laid a robust foundation for sustainable growth. Moving forward, the role of imperial dynasties in China and powerful kingdoms in India cannot be understated. These regimes brought about periods of remarkable stability and organized agriculture. In China, dynasties like the Han and Tang implemented policies that encouraged agricultural expansion, leading to surplus production that supported large populations. Over in India, empires such as the Maurya and Gupta excelled in administrative organization and agricultural innovation, which included the construction of extensive irrigation systems and the promotion of agricultural trade. The historical emphasis on large families in both cultures also played a crucial role. For many centuries, having multiple children was seen as a means of ensuring economic stability and social security. In agrarian societies, larger families meant more hands to work the land, which directly correlated with agricultural productivity and family sustenance. These societies were characterized by a deep-rooted belief in the strength of community and family, which resonated through their cultural and social structures, influencing population growth patterns that are still observable today. These historical foundations set the stage for population growth, but how have more recent times contributed? Culture shapes how societies view family, work, and life itself. In the dense tapestry of Indian and Chinese societies, culture has significantly influenced population dynamics, weaving complex patterns of social behavior and familial expectations. In both India and China, the cultural emphasis on family is profound. Traditionally, having a large number of children is not only desirable but often considered a blessing. This perspective is deeply embedded in the social fabric of these countries, where extended families living under one roof are common. The presence of multiple generations in one household reinforces the idea that more hands, whether for work or support, equate to better survival and prosperity. Furthermore, cultural practices and religious beliefs have historically promoted the idea of larger families. In India, for instance, Hindu philosophy often emphasizes the importance of progeny. The sacred texts and societal norms advocate for continuity of lineage, which is predominantly achieved through childbirth. Similarly, in China, Confucian values stress the importance of filial piety and the continuation of family lineage, encouraging larger family sizes to ensure that there are descendants to perform ancestral rites. However, these cultural norms have evolved. China's infamous one-child policy, implemented in 1979, starkly contrasted these traditional values. Aimed at controlling the exploding population, it legally restricted many families to a single child. Recently, this policy has been relaxed to a two-child policy, reflecting the government's response to the aging population and the unintended consequences of their original strict measures. In India, while there has never been a policy as stringent as China's one-child rule, the government has implemented various family planning initiatives. These programs, however, have had to carefully navigate the strong cultural inclination towards larger families, which continues to influence population growth. As these societies continue to modernize, the balance between traditional cultural expectations and contemporary economic and governmental policies remains delicate. The shifts in these policies reflect a broader understanding of the need to adapt cultural practices to current global realities. Culture and policies have played crucial roles, but what about the economic angle? An economy isn't just about money, it's about how resources are used to support a population. This is particularly evident in the phenomenal economic transformations that India and China have undergone since the mid-20th century. Post-1950, both nations embarked on journeys that would see them rise from largely agrarian societies to global economic powerhouses. In China, the shift began earnestly with the reform policies introduced in the late 1970s. These reforms opened China to foreign investment and technology, which spurred rapid industrial growth. Special economic zones were established, turning once sleepy towns into bustling industrial hubs. Similarly, in India, economic liberalization in the early 1990s unleashed the potential of various sectors, including information technology and service industries, which attracted both foreign investment and expertise. This economic surge necessitated a massive rural-to-urban migration. Millions left their ancestral villages to seek better employment opportunities in the cities. This migration has been one of the largest in human history, and has dramatically changed the demographic landscape of both countries. Cities like Mumbai, Bangalore, Shanghai, and Beijing have seen their populations swell exponentially. This urbanization has brought about significant challenges, such as housing shortages and increased demand for urban infrastructure, but has also been a key driver of economic growth. Parallel to economic and urban transformations, advancements in medical technology and healthcare have played crucial roles. Both India and China have seen significant improvements in their healthcare systems, which have been pivotal in reducing infant mortality rates and improving life expectancy. The introduction of more efficient and widespread vaccination programs, improved public health policies, and greater accessibility to medical facilities have ensured healthier lives, contributing to population growth. Improved healthcare systems and robust economies have created a virtuous circle where healthier populations can contribute more effectively to economic activities, and economic growth, in turn, supports further improvements in living standards. With improved healthcare and bustling economies, populations have soared. But what does this mean for the future? Today, India and China are not just populous, they are influential giants on the world stage. Let's dive into the current demographic trends shaping these nations. In China, we witness an aging population, a result of decades of the one-child policy that reshaped their societal structure. Today, the median age in China is climbing, presenting unique challenges in workforce and healthcare management. Contrastingly, India is marked by its youth. With a median age significantly lower than global averages, India is teeming with young individuals eager to make their mark. This youthful demographic is both a promise and a pressure point. It promises a dynamic workforce for the coming decades, but it also demands substantial job creation, education, and healthcare services to harness this potential effectively. Now let's consider the challenges and opportunities these demographic landscapes present. In China, the aging population could mean a decrease in economic dynamism, but an increase in industries focused on healthcare and elder services. In India, the young population could drive innovation and economic growth, but only if resource management and educational infrastructure keep pace. Internationally, these demographic shifts affect perceptions and geopolitics. An aging China may look to assert its economic and military prowess now, before demographic dividends turn into deficits. Meanwhile, India's demographic trajectory positions it as an emerging epicenter of consumer demand and business innovation, drawing global eyes and investments. Understanding these factors helps us grasp the complex tapestry of reasons behind the massive populations of India and China. From ancient civilizations to modern economic powerhouses, the journey of India and China's population growth is a narrative of many layers. As we've explored, the roots of their vast populations trace back to ancient times. Both nations benefited from fertile lands and river systems like the Indus, the Ganges, and the Yangtze, which supported early agricultural advancements. This agricultural success laid the groundwork for early urbanization and set a pattern for population growth that has continued into the modern era. Culturally, both India and China have seen their populations influenced by deep-seated values centered around family and community. In both societies, larger families were often seen as a source of strength and security. This cultural perspective has contributed significantly to their demographic trends, intertwining with the historical and economic narratives of these nations. Economically, the rise of India and China as global powerhouses has been both a cause and effect of their large populations. As we moved through the 20th century, both countries leveraged their vast human resources to fuel industrial growth and technological advancement. This economic transformation in turn attracted more people to urban areas, creating a cycle of growth and development that further boosted the population numbers. The interconnectivity of these factors, historical, cultural, and economic, is complex and integral to understanding why India and China are so populous. Each element does not stand alone but intertwines with the others, creating a robust framework that has supported large populations over centuries. Reflecting on the global implications, the population trends in India and China are not just numbers. They influence global markets, environmental policies, and international relations. The way these nations manage their population growth and its impacts sets precedents that affect us all, from economic collaborations and competition to global strategies for sustainable development. Each factor we've explored plays a part in the story of these nations' vast populations. Understanding this helps us appreciate not just the how, but also the why behind these demographic giants.